Good afternoon, everybody, to another edition of Ocean's Pit Toxic Thursday. That's right. I'm Tony Side, Carol Brandolino, the South Side. It is Thursday, May 14th, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Carol, how you doing over there on the South Side?
Oh my God. Okay, so sometimes when you make a mistake on something, I look at the camera and I'll like correct it just in the camera to the people listening. So just now I just screwed up when you said Toxic Thursday, I went like this. Because I thought it was Tuesday. So I'm the one that's messed up today. I thought it was
That's
Tuesday.
Okay, we're all messed up.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're all messed up. Tuesday, Thursday,
God.
Friday, Saturday. Who knows?
Saturday.
All we know that we wake up in the morning and we're alive. That's all that matters at this particular
Good enough.
It is Ocean's Pit. Yeah, Thursday, May 14th. Check the website, TonyOceanMedia.com. Just call it 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, men and women in the military and our veterans. Thanks for what you do, and thank you mostly, you wonderful people, taking your time and watching a little show. Good and bad, but I hope you guys are having a good time. And I know we are. And that's it. We're up every morning and doing what we do, right? Okay, so let's have it, Tevin, take us in. Showtime. Let's go. Thank you, 7th Heaven, and thank you, guys. Oh, boy. Thursday weekend is almost here. May's flying by, too. Another 2 weeks. What do we got? Another week? Yeah, next week is Labor Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend. So it is just flying, folks. And it's nice. Yeah, crazy. Carol, I know you had your daughter did her singing thing yesterday. You'll tell us a little bit about that. We're going to work about that, but let's just talk real fast about Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local, Memorial Day yard prep. That's right. Tony Ocean to remind you the Memorial Day just around the corner. JRC Ace Hardware store has everything you need to make your lawn the envy of your neighborhood. During their Memorial Day sale from May 13th to May 25th, you can save $100 on the EcoPower self-propelled mower kit, priced at $649. Even better, get that free 5-point battery with your purchase. That's $229 value while you're there. Grab the Miracle-Gro organic raising bed and garden soil on sale, 2 for $15. Get the JRC Ace Hardware. Get summer ready today. Grill your ace off at our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right. I want to thank my friend Diana, who wasn't on the show yesterday, but her boss was, and that's Sergi from Healthcare at Home. Pretty interesting stuff. And he came from big pharma. He came from corporate world, gave it up, couldn't take all that shit no more, did it on his own, 40-year-old guy, and does pretty well with 13 counties that he runs and everything. So pretty interesting to know. Have you ever, Carol, I've never had to go through that. I've never had a relative have to go through that. Have you ever went through someone who had to go through healthcare and have someone there watch them? Because my mother so far is still healthy, and my record, even when my mother-in-law, we watched her, so there wasn't anybody taking care of her. Anybody on your side that you had to go through that or experience that?
Nobody in my immediate circle, my grandparents, no, because they lived with us or with one of their other family members. But I did see a friend of mine, her mother did, and it was so difficult. And a gentleman I worked with, he was always having to leave work because the healthcare workers didn't show up, or they were late, or they were, or not getting the job done. It's so expensive. So expensive. They make it really kind of impossible. I don't wish that on anybody. It's because you're leaving your loved one with someone, and it's got to be very, very hard.
And if you get the right ones, sometimes you hear the brutal stories about the way they treat some of these people.
Right.
You know what? And you hear about that all the
Mhm.
time. So
Yeah.
I just hope that doesn't happen to anybody. So if you guys had to
No.
go through that, I could just imagine. And you're right, it
Mhm.
is very, very expensive.
Yes. Yes.
And you wonder, are jobs lenient with that? Hey, I got to leave. If you're leaving all the time, they got to get a little pissed off or what?
Yeah, because I think when you're hired to be somewhere to watch somebody that can't be alone, why you can't leave. I mean, unless you have really have a good backup. I think you have to have
Yeah,
a really good backup. And a lot of people are willing to do that if the care isn't like medical care or something that's just too much, too overpowering, weight wise or whatever it is that the duties are. Somebody reached out to me because they know I'm not working right now. And a good friend of hers, her mother can't be left alone. Now they want overnights. And let me tell you, you're getting paid really well. She was paying an astronomical amount. It was like 10,000 a month it would come to if she was paying what people were asking. So listen, if I could spend the night at somebody's house, if I didn't have younger kids and get paid to do it and be there in case somebody wakes up in the middle of the night, that's really good money. So people really need to think about it. There are these independent people looking for home care that might not necessarily mean you had to have been a nurse or anything like that. Just
right.
somebody to be there just in case.
Yeah. Especially if you know the person or the other person,
Mhm.
maybe if they just have to take their medicine, you have the
Right.
medicine already, make sure they
Mhm.
get their doses, whatever it is. You don't have to be that nurse or whatever, what
Right.
aide, whatever you call them now.
Mhm.
But interesting stuff. Okay. In the entertainment world, Barry Blaustein has just died. He was one of the writers for Saturday Night Live, dies at the
Mm.
age of 71 years old. And a friend of mine is more of acquaintance. Denise Armour is a singer in the Chicagoland area.
Mhm.
She was a friend or dating a guy named Lee Buzz Capra. And Buzz Capra, of course, used to pitch. Was a player for the New York Mets. And I met him a couple years ago. He was also on our show. Talked about baseball. Was very, very cool. He just passed away at the age of 78 years old. So
Mm.
our prayers go out to Denise and, of course, the Capra family. One hell of a guy that he really was. It was very cool. And another baseball man, a legend gone.
Mm.
Okay, so and again, my Yankees lost 3 in a row, but then won the day before. And then, of course, they lost again, 0-7. But your Cubbies, guys, 4 in a row they've lost. They lost again last
Ooh.
night. Atlanta Braves 1-4. And it's going to wonder. I know it's a crosstown classic this week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Cubs are playing the White Sox, and they're at Sox Park. I don't know. We'll see. And the Sox are hitting pretty good. Their
Mhm.
bats are doing pretty well right now. So be fun to see what happens with that game. Also, it's National Police Week. So for all our police officers, men and women out there, thank you for
Mhm.
what you do. It's
Yeah.
not only, I know it's their week that you're supposed to honor them or mention them, but we know how we think about the first responders. We have to
Yeah.
think about them all the time and all the great
Yes.
jobs they do.
Mhm.
Also, some pictures came up. A friend of mine, one of my old musicians, my very first band I ever played was called Tyranny. And he's been posting our songs that we recorded since I was 16 years old. And I go back and listen to that. And if you look at some
Oh,
of the pictures, my God, someone said I look like a young Rocky Balboa, like after Rocky 3, when he got the hair all cut and clean. Because my hair is really short and like, but my God, to hear yourself on vocal, I haven't had a copy of those tapes. So if you look on my
wow.
page under Tyranny, it's
Oh,
kind of
cool.
it
I'm
is
gonna
kind
look.
of cool to hear yourself all those years later.
Mhm.
And speaking of music, Elvis has the record for the most sellouts when he was alive at the International. 636 shows Elvis sold out
Wow.
straight in Las Vegas. And of course, whether you're an Elvis fan or not, uh, interesting. All
Yeah.
right, Carol, Gavin Newsom is in the
Mhm.
news, the
Mhm.
governor of California. And I don't know if every state does this, but this might be some, according to Gutfeld. I was watching Gutfeld, one of my favorite TV shows on Fox, and I don't watch it. I tape it and then watch them afterwards. But anyway, Gavin Newsom in California right now will give people a $50,000 reward if it leads to any criminals being caught. Now, I know sometimes there's rewards, I guess, right? If you have some connection, but 50,000 if you have some sort of news or some sort of, I mean, it's got to be something good. It just can't be, hey, I seen, you know what I mean? What do you think?
Right.
Does every state do that?
I mean, I've never heard of that. Crime Stoppers and stuff like that. People might put out a reward for something major that's actually going on. But I think that's actually, just hearing it for the first time right now, I think that's pretty interesting. I mean, that's going to cause people to rat some people out if they know some shady shit's going on. And if that's what it takes to get some of these big people, the big time criminals, the ones at the top, I think it's a good idea as long as they're getting the right person and they can prove, that it's them.
So something that California is actually maybe doing good.
Yeah.
$50,000 if anything leads to an arrest of a criminal of some kind. And you know what? There's going to be rats. There's been rats forever.
Yeah. Yes.
We know that. And even on a small little level compared to the big level. But something that should be interesting over there. Also in football news, the Bears leaked out one of their games for next season already. The Chicago Bears will play the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day. And that's always been a tradition, but a lot of people look forward to that. So the Bears and the Lions will happen. Also, speaking of sports, the Chicago Fire, it's a soccer team, if I'm correct. They got a new stadium coming. They named their new stadium McDonald's Park, probably because McDonald's is probably putting money behind them. I've never been to a soccer game. Have you? Have you ever followed the Chicago Fire?
No, not at that large of a scale. No. But I know people whose children have played like in the younger versions of the Chicago Fire, because they have different groups of ages of kids, but they have like when they were 17 and 16, and they're huge into it. I mean, it's unbelievable. That is a huge, you don't realize they have to be in some serious good shape. Basketball players, they say endurance, you have to, because you're constantly moving.
Hockey,
yeah. Right? But soccer's no joke either. I mean, that is unbelievable. You have to be in the top shape for that. Constant, and it's so big.
Yeah, it's also huge in Europe. I mean, it blows football away in Europe. And even in like Europe, they still call football soccer. It's almost like, but it's huge. And the NFL has been playing games in Europe for the last few years, playing one game a year or two games a year. But soccer, kind of cool. It's probably a little easier to get your kids involved in that, or baseball, instead of you have to get them to football. God forbid something happens to them.
Right.
Or boxing or race car driving. Race car driving, I know, man. But now the way they make the cars now, it's kind of hard to get hurt, they're saying.
They're very safe.
A little bit more safer. Busy week coming up tonight. We're making our debut at Zia Social. 140 reservations already. Zia Social tonight. It's going to be at 6158 Northwest Highway. Tonight, me and Jumpin' Jerry Jam. It was supposed to be 6 to 9. They moved it to 6:30 to 9:30. We'll be inside, not outside, because it's supposed to get about 65 tonight. So the owners are on a nice stage they got. They don't really have entertainment too often there. So it's going to be a one-time. I think we might do something later in the year in December, but right now we're there tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. And then Saturday, of course, my daughter Marissa and Nico are getting married there. A big wedding at the Victoria Park, and it's going to be, I think, 260, 270. You've been through, when you do your own weddings, even when I did mine, and maybe, Carol, were you involved when your wedding, or did you have a wedding planner?
No. I did everything.
Did you make all the decisions?
All of them. Yeah, all of them. And it's a lot of work, but it's fun, but it's expensive. It's very stressful. It's very stressful because it's one of the biggest days of your life, and you want everybody to enjoy themselves, and you want everything to go off without a hitch. I'm excited for you guys, but at this point, you and Laura can be wedding planners. I mean, the amount of weddings you guys have had in the last 2 years, I don't even know how you're doing it. And then babies coming, bridal. Dude, you guys could have opened your own business.
Well, let me tell you, I've played over 6,000 weddings in my life, and I've been a few. And it's like some are put together really quick. Some take a long time, and they do everything, to the effect. If I remember my first one, I kind of remember it. And it was a big wedding. She was Italian. She was going to become a citizen, and the big hoopla, and he did all that. My second one, we got married on my break in Las Vegas, because I was in Las Vegas playing on my break. Yeah, wait a minute. This was the quickest wedding in the world. I don't even know. She's blonde. I hate blondes. I'm Italian. She hates Italians. I don't even know why this happened. But anyway, on our break, now you only got a 20-minute break. So we're backstage because they married us backstage. Pastor came, blah, blah, blah. Let's go, blah, blah. And we're going, the manager's going, Tone.
How long did you know her? How long did you
We've known each other we were known each other for maybe 5-6 years. She worked with me at Jilly's. She was my manager, the one in Lake Geneva. So yeah. And then we just did the wedding there. And then we had the big party at Jilly's Retro, which was, and then my third wedding was sort of. Yeah, I remember I was an hour late. When you go out with the guys and you're drinking beforehand, and we missed the pictures. I missed all the pictures. So.
And she still married you.
Yeah. That was we were together 10 years. So yeah. We were only married like 5. Yeah. So, and then me and Laura, we just picked up. Rano and Esty married us, and we got married at the Speakeasy, 300 crazy nuts. And it's very tough doing that too. Kind of crazy. Yeah. Did you have a big one, Carol? Did you have the ultimate big Greek? They pick you up and with the chairs and and they throw the money and all that. None of that shit happened.
Wish. I'm traditional. I'm traditional in the shitty, broke ass ways. I'm a traditional Greek in the shitty, broke ass. Why can't I be a traditional Greek where we got, millionaire relatives that are throwing money at me? No, but we did have a big wedding, and it was a big Greek Italian wedding. It wasn't super extravagant because I paid for it myself. By myself, I paid for it. So I'm very proud of that. But we had almost 300 people, and it was at a big golf course place where I knew the owner there. So that was nice. And it was very beautiful. I just skimped on the things that weren't as important to me, like, invitations and flowers. I didn't go crazy on because they're so expensive and they're going to get thrown out at the end of the night, or they're going to die in a week. So I spent more money on entertainment. We had a band, we had a DJ. Obviously we knew a lot of musicians. And then, it was a really fun wedding. A lot of people said they had a really great time, and it was good.
I'm going to tell you, and it's interesting. Would you ever do it again? If you did it again, would you do it very low key next time if you ever decide to do it again?
So I guess I'm going to never say never, but as close as I can get to saying never, I would. I don't think I would get married again just because I'm not going to have kids again. Right.
Right.
So I will tell you this, even at our first wedding, on the inside for me, what I wanted to do is something that it's who I am. I would have loved to have gotten married by the ocean on a beach, with like a reggae band in the background, and then another or DJ, like that would have been ultimate for me. So if I ever do it again or anything like it, that's what I'd like to do. We couldn't do it like that. Obviously we talked about it, but we had too many, which was a blessing at the time. We had too many of our older relatives, which were alive, and that was perfect, but they weren't going to travel and go sit by a beach. You know what I mean? It wasn't practical for us. But now if I did it, I think that's what I would love to do.
That would do. And that's a perfect way to do it too. I never wanted the big hoopla and all that. It was always the ladies. They wanted that. And, I never cared for all that crazy shit. But you know what? And that brings us to our next topic here. There's, according to Gutfeld, I was watching this, and they talk about different stuff. their strangers will pay to come to crash a party or crash a wedding.
Oh,
People like to do this. Strangers. Now, would you, if you had your wedding, would you
mhm.
care if people crashed it as
Yes,
long as
but
they paid something?
I would care, but I would love to be a paying crasher. I would think it would be a blast because you're paying to just do a big party. It's a party. You're getting to meet all these
It's a
people,
party.
watch their lives unfold, food, music, drinks. Where else do you go out and have all that in one night and pay what, $150, $200? Big deal.
Yeah, and I guess how these people do it is they find out where the wedding is, they
Okay.
find out what the plate cost. They don't know these people, and people pay for that. They come in and they want to be part of the party.
I would
Whether it's
totally.
I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, you go to somebody's wedding,
Mhm.
and there's dinner or dancing. Sometimes people, not everybody knows each other.
No, a lot
You
of
know.
people don't. No, a
Okay,
lot of
so the
people don't.
question I'm going to ask you, Carol, have you crashed a wedding? I have.
You have? No, I have not.
I have.
That had to be fun. Okay.
It was nobody we knew. See, we were playing next door, and we
Okay.
just hung out on the breaks. We went to the next wedding right next
Okay.
door,
Yes.
and nobody even fucking knew. Hey,
Nope.
I'd go, hey, Uncle Leo. Nobody. You've seen the movie Wedding Crashers. I'm
Yes, yes.
surprised. I'm surprised that people can get away with that. But if it's a big wedding, how do
Yeah,
you know who? You know what I mean?
right. No one's gonna know. They don't know
No
because
one's
some
gonna
people
know.
don't know the other family and friends and vice versa. So that's awesome. I would love to do
Yeah.
that.
Flash weddings. There you go,
Okay,
Paulina. You crashed a few weddings. Okay. Robert Provenzano, as long as they drop the envelope.
that's right.
Or it could be like people that we do know that would go to a wedding, they have an envelope and there's no chair and there's no food. What about that one?
Oh
And that's a
gosh.
complete that's crazy. There's my
Yeah.
buddy Jeff Hunt. Jeff, how you doing? Gina, how are you doing? Mel Lennon Reed, Jimmy Parker, all the way from Nashville. Colonel Parker, great management. Boyd, how are you doing, buddy? How are you guys doing? Ken, hi guys, everybody. We're talking about wedding crashing and interesting stuff. Talking about a party you might want to crash, the Chicago Music Cruise, and that's going to happen January 10th to January 17th, 2027. Florida, St. Martin, St. Thomas, Coco Cay, Bahamas, Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, and Seventh Heaven on a brand new ship, Star of the Seas on the Royal Caribbean. Go to chicagomusiccruise.com, or better yet, give our good friend Mary a call at NTD Vacation 630-688-1725. Fun, 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 fun as it is. And finally, after you don't crash my wedding. Okay, so some people don't like it. Some people don't care. I mean, I don't care if they want to come and have a good time. Who knows? All right, I know we talked. There's Mary. Thank you for putting up the information. Ken, when Tony and Tina's couple time they thought I was part of the cast, I did so as well. Okay, so and we
I
were
love
right next when we had the Packers back. That was the off-Broadway show we ran with Ronald. That ran for 6 years at Piper's Alley, and then Tony and Tina's wedding was right next to us. Very cool how they did that whole thing. And it typical. They have my Greek wedding. You seen the movie My Fat Greek Wedding,
right.
whatever that was. Was
Mhm.
Carol? I don't even know if I asked you this. Was it pretty? Was it like a typical the movie? Did they do the Greek weddings justice?
Yeah, I think they went above and beyond. I truly don't. I've never seen anybody break plates at a Greek wedding like that. I never
Okay.
saw that. I mean, Greece, maybe they do shit like that because here you're going to pay for those plates like
Yeah.
wholesale, wholesale or retail. Who
Unless
knows?
you
But
bring your own plates. Unless you bring your own
yeah,
plates.
for
Yeah.
your own. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty true. Very loud, a lot of Greek dancing. Absolutely, the band,
Yeah.
the dance. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good, pretty true to tradition, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, all right. So we're talking about weddings. We're talking stuff like that. How about the zodiac signs when you're drunk?
Oh boy.
The zodiac signs when you're drunk. Now we're going to go to Sagittarius. When you're drunk, never wants the night to end. After party. Scorpio, either plastered, drunk, or completely ripped. It makes their mission to get laid. All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Libra disappears disappears to go hook up with someone. Virgo, never drunk enough, would rather be at home.
Oh, that's me.
Leo,
That's not true.
what is that you?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's not
so
true.
Virgo, never drunk enough, would rather be at home.
No,
There you
that's
go.
not true. Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
not true. All right. Let's see. Leo's flirting with everyone and posting away too many Instagram stories. This is
Mhm.
when you're drunk. These are the
Okay.
signs of when you're drunk. Cancer. Let's see. And many shots, crying somewhere in the corner, and then partying again 2 hours later. Gemini has a heart-to-heart with someone they just met.
Okay.
Taurus left the bar early to go get food. Aries wakes up with bruises.
Oh boy.
Pisces most likely to black out.
Oh.
Aquarius, no one knows what they're laughing at. And last but not least, Capricorn, which I am, says trying to keep it together until they vomit and get kicked out. Well, that's not true. That's not
Okay.
true, but I don't know. Does it fit? There you go. Does it fit some of you guys when you're drunk? I don't know. Crazy as it is, but hey, things like that happen.
Mine is a little true. Never drunk enough because I don't let myself get. I do my best to not let myself get hammered, because if I did get drunk enough or whatever enough is, yeah, I'm a little too much. If you think I'm a lot now sober, it's like times 10 and
Yeah.
a little louder.
What was the name of the character? What was the name of your? What was the name of your?
Oh,
Your
my name, AK. AK is
yeah.
the name of when. Yeah, if I get too drunk, AK is my nickname. Yeah, it's a lot. She's a lot, but you know what? If everybody's having a good time, I will have a great time. Somebody pisses me off, then somebody needs bail money.
And somebody needs bail money.
So I
There you
don't
go.
get drunk enough.
There you go. Dick Sayed, Alderman, see you tomorrow night. Felicia, I'm a Pisces, never passed out. Dante, what's up? Roseanne Caputo, how you doing, honey? Virgo, that's not true. Something, Aries, Mel, and Reed. I think you guys got a wedding coming up too. Okay. All right. So, yeah, interesting stuff when it comes to that. Ramblin' Ray, if you ever listen to him on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Fox News. Florida woman detained after attempting to ride a shopping cart down I-95 at 3 a.m. in the morning with a curtain on the cart to hold the wind. I mean, this is Ramblin' Ray. I mean, arrested. And this lady, if you look at this lady, Jessica Marino, looks like she's a model.
It's beautiful.
Good-looking
Right.
lady. Did you see that? I mean, what this?
I did. I don't know if those are real stories, though. I've seen all these really crazy stories, and it's always beautiful, like hot women in the picture. So I think I researched one of them. I don't know how true these stories are, but they get a ton of clicks. People click on it and read it because of the stories are so ridiculous, and the girls are always so like these hot, gorgeous girls, but they're funny.
Yeah.
They're funny
Well,
stories.
let me ask you something. So if the girl was not hot and did this, it's more believable. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, not just more believable, but I don't think people would click on it. They don't give a shit. They're gonna be like, ugh, she's a hot mess. I don't care. You know, they'll probably have 3 teeth in their head and hair all over. They're gonna be like, oh. When the girl
but
is
I would like to see somebody riding a shopping cart on the expressway. I would click onto that.
Is there video? Is there video? That's what I want to know. If there's video of it, I'll believe you. Because I don't believe everything I hear, nor that I read ever anymore.
Absolutely.
On social media.
There you go, Danny Manzi. I guess under the influence, if that's the case. Jeff, she just left Buc-ee's. Yeah, good point. Speaking of Danny Manzi, Armando Supermarkets, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Produce, meats, groceries, prepared food, and rotisserie chicken. Armando's. Tell them Tony O sent you. All right. So, yeah, under the influence, we've all done some crazy stuff. A woman arrested after posing as a Sam's Club sample lady. Do you read this? Was handing out Kirkland vodka in Dixie cups.
One for you, one for me.
There she go. Now, this was there was another story too that she bought her own meatballs from home.
What?
Wait a minute. A Florida woman was arrested after police say she spent nearly 2 hours inside a Sam's Club pretending to be an official sample employee, while allegedly handing out tiny cups of Kirkland vodka to improve customer morale. Authorities say 27-year-old Brianna Flores, there's a picture, entered the store wearing a red apron, fake name tag, and pushing what witnesses described as the happiest sample cart anyone has ever seen.
I bet.
Investigators claim investigators claim shoppers believe the setup was legitimate because Flores allegedly kept yelling, "Premium imported potato experience."
And you said she was well,
Well, according to the picture, she looked like she had 44. Okay. Yeah, they're big woman. Dana is watching, and so is Louis Pipes. What's up, Louis and Dana? Louis Pipes, great singer in Chicago. Louis and Felix are supposed to be on the show tomorrow, but we're moving them to next Wednesday on the 20th. Because I will have no show here tomorrow, guys. Just to let you know, tomorrow I have a private affair. Me, Tony Ocean, the Main Event Band will be in Wooddale under a tent for a construction grand opening thank you party. So that's tomorrow what we're doing tomorrow during the day so that's why there's no show. So again, another story. Is it true? Is it not? But you know what, Carol, the more I see this stuff that's happening in this world, I wouldn't doubt some of this shit because some people are really whacked out.
Yeah, they are. I believe it. And riding in a cart isn't like the craziest thing I've heard. I mean, you don't have to pay for gas at least. And right now, nobody wants to pay for gas.
Right. And you know what? It's even more crazy. What if they're not under the influence? What if they're not on drugs? What if they're not drinking? What if they just say, fuck it, I'm getting in a cart and see if I get caught?
God. Well, get it, I guess.
Get it is right. We just got a gig coming up at the Warner Vineyards in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's a big deal. It's called the Wine Fest, of course, in Paw Paw, Michigan, which is the most beautiful thing. We're going to be there September 13th. We're excited about that. Playing Michigan a couple times this year, and especially when it comes to the Wine Fest, which should be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. All right. They Fox News, they had Monica Lewinsky on. And she said, I was severely impacted by having billions of strangers thinking negatively about me. My energetic field wasn't ready for that. Monica Lewinsky told Beverly Hills luncheon crowd, the former White House intern, now 52, said she had a lot of bitterness, but admits some of it's probably also buried. Now, when you see some of these people that have been through this chaos and celebrity stuff, what do you expect?
Right. This is what I'm dying inside right now. I feel for her to a point, but you 1000% knew what you were doing. This is the president in the White House, and you're an intern in the Oval Office. I mean, it sounds like a fucking game of Clue. Like, I mean, come on, with this, with that, with the cigar in the Oval Office. What do you think is going to happen? Of course they're not. You made a decision. These are consequences when people find shit out, right?
Well, wait a minute. Now, but put it this way. She didn't have to say shit. If I heard the story right, didn't the maid, she didn't bring the dress to the cleaners and there was some stain or something? His stain on the dress or something. Mm-hmm. You can use this to make money. I mean, she obviously, you a lot of times I'm sure shit like this happens. Listen, it doesn't have to be president of the United States. There could be people in a 9-to-5 office and the bosses take you in the office and whatever the hell they do. You hear it all the time about this stuff happening. But I don't feel sorry for the lady at all. At all.
No. I don't either. I tend not to. If she was an unwilling participant in something and she was, not knowledgeable to something or it was forced on her, yes. But you made a decision. No, you loved him, whatever. You attracted him. Listen, don't get caught. That's all I got to say. And he was married. Forget, we all keep forgetting. I hate to say that. I even forgot when I was just saying this. The man is married.
Yeah.
Okay. Whether it's
Yeah.
another man or not. Oh, I'm kidding. But I'm just saying, he's married. And,
I can understand why former President Bill Clinton did what he did, or the affairs that he has, because he's got to be married to that every night. And of course, they can't leave. They can't leave. They just can't leave. Whether it's financial, whatever it's government, whatever, they just can't leave. And I don't know. Has there been a president that's got divorced while they were in office? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't recall. I mean, who knows? I don't know all that information, but
I don't know.
Interesting. Oh,
boy. Wait a minute. I'm sure she might have got some of it, but maybe not all of it. And some of it obviously went on her dress, or maybe it was the second time, maybe the first time. So we don't know how many times they actually did it. But think about the money. Okay, as embarrassed as she might have been, there had to be a book tour. There had to be when she went to talk to people and did interviews. This woman probably made big money off of that.
She had to just to give interviews to people. They pay them to give an interview. So she should have, if she was smart. Everybody knew anyway. You know what? At least give your side of the story. At least your side of the story is being heard, whatever it is or was. At least she's getting her narrative out and what happened from her side and get paid for it.
Let me ask you something. Would have been so bad here. Now, Bill Clinton said former President Bill Clinton said that I did not have sex. I did nothing with this woman. Now, do you imagine, Carol, if you're watching this on TV, now obviously nobody believes him, but imagine if he would have came out and said, ladies and gentlemen of America, I fucked up.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No. Imagine if he would have said, hey, I had an affair with this woman.
Yeah.
I made a bad mistake. I'm sorry. I think the world would have been shocked and forgiven him because these guys never tell the truth. I mean, come on. They're politicians, whatever it is. But imagine what the world would have been if he said, yep. Yeah. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Well, as a president, and since you're people looking up to you and this, yes, as a human being, people make mistakes. I think people would have appreciated that much more than the bullshit of, I did not have sexual relations. What does that mean? Sexual relations. Does that mean sex? Does that mean he didn't have actual sex with her? He just had oral sex with her? Like, it was just all this play on words bullshit, logistics. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe the cigar was the only thing that got action. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know. My toes are still curled. David, how are you doing? But if the guy would just came out and said, hey, I screwed up, but because he was president of the United States, look, how many years you hear about Kennedy and John F. Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe, and then Robert Kennedy with Marilyn Monroe, and blah, blah, blah. You listen to some of those stories. Someone said that she allegedly supposed to be pregnant with one of them, and she was going to come out and tell the world. And then next thing you know, Marilyn Monroe's gone. Overdose, whatever.
Sure.
Crazy as it is. Finding a lot of stuff out. Okay. This was posted on Darren Bailey's post. And of course, he's running for governor. 6 women punched in the face by a same animal wearing an ankle monitor. Shattered glass, black eyes, broken noses, bloody sidewalks. Again, ankle monitor. They're supposed to be watched. And there's like, even if they arrest them, they always let them go too, Carol. You hear about that all the time. These guys or women are back on the streets.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Well, I'll tell you this. So many people, like, I think when sometimes people have these ankle monitors on and they go into court. So I have been to a lot of court in the last couple of years and watching different cases go on. And I'll tell you, there was this one judge, and he triggered the shit out of me. I hate that word, but I watched the judge and listening to stories, and he was just kind of like, just didn't seem stern enough. And the one guy walked in and said, well, this is your 6th violation with your order of protection, and I'm going to give you one more chance. Like, be good, be better. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, honestly, when I heard that, I wanted to write a letter to wherever, the courthouse, the judge. Do you know what that sounds like? You're your 6th violation on an order of protection. Now, those violations could be very small. It could be that you're supposed to stay 2 miles from somebody and you went that extra, mile. It could have been a violation like that. But then you want to know what kind of violation. Is it a violation that actually got near a woman or, a man again, or got close again, or you posed a threat again? Like, and this guy was just kind of like this feel-good judge. I wanted to punch him right in his face. It really made me sick, but go to court sometimes and just sit and watch the judges, listen to the things they say. It's like a joke. All the lawyers know, obviously they all know each other because they all work together. The same. Yes. I know how that works. One of Bobby's uncles was a lawyer. He even worked in the state's attorney's office 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. But they all know each other and they all talk behind the scenes, and with your case, they decide it before they even go out there, typically. You know what I mean? They see what the judge is going to agree to, what the other lawyer is going to agree to, and they figure it out, right? So everybody's making their money, I guess. I'm not a fan, but it's a cluster.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Is it changed though? Because before 2020 and before they changed this cashless bond and letting all these people into our country, were they a little bit more stricter back then? And then maybe everything changed because now they're told not to be so hard on some of these guys or gals that go through this?
Probably. I'm sure there's more laws put into place too that really do in essence kind of tie their hands in some cases, literally, that they say, oh, I'd like to be able to do this, but because of the Safety Act, I mean, it is what it is. It's a law. Yeah. So you can't, certain things, it's like a formula and a law that they just aren't allowed to, if, let's say, they haven't had any prior, or if they have no record, or if they haven't done anything violent before. Just all this bullshit. Once you do something violent, now you did it. And it was in the past, so it's a thing that happened. So at that point, you should just be treated, just because they've never done it before, they did it. So now that means they could do it again. Because when you do it once, it means you're capable, right? So I'm sorry. That's a bullshit excuse.
I agree with you 100%. Let's talk about, so how was the solo performance? I mean, from what the video was, she did an incredible job. Boy, I'm telling you. What was that feeling like? And tell the people about it.
Oh my God. So Eliana, my daughter, she's 14 and a half. She's been singing since she was like 5, 6 years old, but never in front of very large crowds. She did some recitals back in the day at the music store, but she was like I said, 6 years old. She developed a lot of anxiety over the years, and she did not want to sing in front of people. So she stopped doing any kind of recitals. But now I hear her at home. I hear her when she's singing in the shower, in her bedroom. And just the last 2 years, she's grown into herself tremendously. And I hear her and I beg her to come out to your shows when Lisa's there or Regina's there. Yeah. She's met them before, and she's at the St. Jude. So I have to tell you, she made me not just proud, because she got up there in spite of her, the fears that she has and stuff like that. But this song that she picked is just a beautiful, soulful, deep song. And my phone never stopped after I posted it. When I tell you, I can't tell you how many people, all the girls that sing with you, said, please bring her out to one of my shows. I will have her sing with you. Yeah. Like, just wonderful people that are so supportive. And then I had a woman that's having a gala in October, and she wants her to sing at it. So she texted me right away. And I just was like, I don't know if she's going to do it.
Is she interested in doing stuff like this? I mean, you remember, you also got, I mean, if you have your son and daughter do something.
Right. Right. Well, don't think that I haven't gotten right up their ass and say, why are Donnie and Marie? Listen, I got a Greek and Italian gold in front of me musically. Why am I going to be living in a cardboard box in about 4 weeks? What is going on? Let's get this show on the road. I'm going to be a momager and let's do this. Like I've been asking them for 2 years.
I mean, I'm going to tell you something though. Look, this might have gave her a little kick because the response that she got and the positive that she got.
Yes.
And so let's hope. Well, we'll see. And maybe bring them up one day. Let's bring them up to someplace and let's debut them. I think that would be really cool. Michelle Shelley posted this on her page. She watches the show. The two hardest things in life are hello for the first time and goodbye the last time.
That gave me chills.
That did too.
Wow. True. I guess. Yeah, for sure.
Very true. Very true. Very, very true. Very, very important. Now, we're talking about the guy who did this to the woman with the ankle bracelets. Listen to this. Roy McCampbell, my lawyer, Roy McCampbell posted this. Yikes. About 1 in 12 electronic monitoring participants is missing. Chief Judge Charles Beach says nobody knows where they are. Beach, who took office in December, is the first official to reveal how poor their system is. 8% of electronic monitoring participants have gone missing. That means they have the thing on them.
They probably cut them off. They probably cut them off.
They could cut them off too.
Yeah, I don't think it's impossible to cut one of those off. It can't be. So
no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, Jesus Christ. And it's insane. It's even more insane. And this could, I don't know, for people that live in New York, 700,000 New Yorkers already want Mayor Zoran, if I'm pronouncing his name right, want him out. New Yorkers called remove Mayor Zoran. New Yorkers are already open to revolt against the mayor. 700,000 signatures just hit in 10 days on petitions demanding the recall and the removal from office. I've been to New York many times. I have a lot of friends in New York. I've played New York many times. I've seen the Knicks in New York. I've seen the Yankees in New York. It's a great place, but it's screwed up right now.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at Illinois, which is not as bad, but it could get there. If you look at Illinois, you look at New York, and look at California, three biggest power. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah. They knew it. Like these people knew what they were getting themselves into. How many times did people have to tell you what he was about? I mean, you knew it and you did it anyway.
and did it anyway, right? Right. And it's going to change. It's going to change. And now you guys knew it. Now sit in it. And the same thing that happens in Illinois. I didn't vote for it. I don't live in the city. But the people who voted for this guy in Illinois, it's your fault. It's your fault. And half the time, some people, it's not even that sometimes, like, a lot of people don't even go out and vote. So sometimes the people win because nobody goes out and votes.
Exactly, which is why don't ever pass up a chance to vote, because it's a right as a citizen, and it's so important because it's your voice. This is the voice that you're given, who you're allowing to get in office to be your voice. So that's a huge responsibility I think that we carry as citizens, is to vote. I know we don't feel like it matters because a lot of times it doesn't go our way, but that's because everybody is thinking that. If everybody thought that my vote is going to count, then more people would get out there and vote. But you got to get out there and vote. If you don't,
you got to go. And they say the rig is already in California. The rig is already in New York. The rig is already in Illinois. It's never going to change. I don't know. Hey, look at this. Is this your mom? Today would have been 59th wedding anniversary. Oh, well, happy wedding anniversary.
Well, he's in Greece. She's here. Be happy, an anniversary that you guys are at least living in separate houses.
There you go. See that? And sometimes that's the way to go, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, here's some crazy news. As of the late April, early May 2026, the U.S. Department of Justice, the DOJ Civil Rights Division, has
Mhm.
launched an investigation into 36, mind you, listen to this, 36 Illinois public school districts. These investigations focus on whether the district included sexual orientation and gender I
Ideology?
thank you. Boy, you're good.
Okay.
Content on the pre-K2 classroom instructions, as well as parental opt-out rights and policies regarding transgender students' access to bathroom, locker rooms, and sports teams. 36
Mm,
Illinois publics. That's a lot of schools
yes, it is. I mean, yeah, it's enough. It's enough. Mhm. Yep.
under investigation. Um, like I said, all right, now I don't know if this is true. This is according to Profax.com. The Gen Z couples are choosing graveyards over cafes for quieter, crowd-free dates. No, I can't. I listen. I might have remembered going to a graveyard once, but we just needed someplace to go pull off the road. This is years ago.
That's so weird. That is,
Yeah, but I can't see people actually doing this. You know, I can
mm-mm.
see people going
Yeah.
to graveyards if you're going to visit your family members or a friend. But buckling tradition, opting graveyards over cafes in search of the quieter, more intimate atmosphere. These couples are choosing peaceful cemeteries and reflect to talk, enjoy each other's company, with an increase of people seeking solitude away from the noise and crowded spaces. How about just going to a library in the corner somewhere?
Or a park if you want to be outside,
A
a quiet
park.
park.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes a park after a certain time they close and you can't be in there.
Well,
But
yeah.
I'm not even going to mention this one because it's funny to me, but maybe not funny to other people. All right, Fox News. The risk of hantavirus. Am I pronouncing that right? Hantavirus. It's a
Mhm.
general. This is from Fox News. The risk of hantavirus to the general public remains very, very low. Admiral Brian Christine, MD, Assistant Secretary of Health, sets the record straight to the risk of hantavirus to the public. The Andes variant of this virus does not spread easily, and it requires prolonged close contact with someone who is already sympathetic. Even though we have taken this situation very seriously. So I've heard about this, that you have to really be with somebody a long time
Right.
to catch
Right.
this, right? And
Yeah.
it's not respiratory for what they're saying too as well.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think we already
Yeah.
talked about this before.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
you know,
Well, that's good news.
that is good news. All right, now someone posted this. I don't need to say what it is, but does anybody think it's respectable to give out a person's phone number or email without consent of the person? According to this person, they say it's okay to give someone else's number or someone else's email to someone else. This was the quote. Says, "I don't think I'd wait." Does anybody think it's respectable to give a person's phone number or email without the consent of the person? I do not think so at all. Being respectful is who I am, and I will continue to be. My family thinks I should have a handout person's phone number when I have not talked to the person. So everybody's saying no, no,
Mm.
no, no, no.
No.
Now,
I agree.
if someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, Tony, I can't do your show," I'll say I can't do it, but I'll give you somebody that you might be able to call. I will
Yeah.
give that client the phone number, and then I
Sure.
will call someone and
Mhm.
say, "Hey," like say it's my buddy Louis Pipes. I got
Yeah.
someone calling you, just giving you a heads up.
Right.
Or hey,
Right.
looking for a job, or looking for a chef, or looking for something. I would give the number out, and I would still tell the person heads up, "Hey, by the way, I gave this number." But
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
give numbers out like that, what's your take
Mm-mm.
on that?
I would be very unhappy with that. I don't want anybody giving somebody my number just that I don't know. Here's the thing though. If it's for a job and if somebody is a public figure, a performer or so, and their number is pretty much on social media to get booked. So
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. Because you're helping
yes,
somebody,
right.
maybe get hired for something. So I think that's completely different. But just to give somebody like a personal phone number, no way. No way. I think I mean, you could get that stuff easier than you think anyway. If you're a good
Yes.
investigator online, it's not
Yeah,
that hard. But
yeah.
I wouldn't be okay with that. And I wouldn't give somebody else's phone number
Or,
out.
does that include emails as well?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the why. On the why. You know, if they're trying to get a hold of them for something like this or something, I don't know. I think we could use our best judgment, but for most part, that's a privacy issue. And I just don't think it's a good idea.
Correct. Our friend Christine says your ego is not your amigo.
Ain't that the truth?
I like that one.
Yeah.
Very cool. We are coming. It's time for the JRC Ace Hardware Minute, folks. I think we were, even though it's running a little late, but hey, let's get anyway. Today, weather for Thursday, May 14th, 61 degrees out there, folks. 36% humidity, 1 mile an hour wind. It's sunny out. The high is going to be 67 degrees. And it's beautiful today. So get outside and have some fun. That's the weather brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. This is Toxic Thursday. Remember, tomorrow there is no show. I have a private gig, but we'll be back on Monday. A couple minutes left. 8 days after their wedding, Jordan Graham pushed her husband off the 200-foot cliff because they thought of having sex with him made her physically ill. The question is, that means they haven't had sex before they were married.
Or she's had sex with him before they got married. He had lots of money, and then the thought of having sex with him again made her physically ill. So she tossed him off a cliff. That is so messed up. I don't even know what to say.
Crazy. Now, this is oddhorrifying.com. In July 2013, newlyweds Jordan Graham and Cody Johnson were hiking in the Glacier National Park just 8 days after getting married when an argument broke out on a narrow cliffside. Okay, see, the headline doesn't say anything about an argument. Broke out a narrow cliff. During the confrontation, Graham pushed Johnson from behind, causing him to fall hundreds of feet to death. Prosecutors later urged that she had become unhappy in the marriage almost immediately and felt overwhelmed by the relationship. After the incident, Graham tried to make it appear as though her husband had simply disappeared. And she took out some efforts of please help me find my husband, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Wow. You hear these stories all the time. Getting pushed off cruise ships, getting pushed off. Wow.
8 days only. She was unhappy in the relationship. It only took 8 days. Holy crap.
Wow. And you know, it could have been though, Carol. She found out he didn't have the money that he said he didn't. No one knows the story, obviously, but my God. It's just crazy. Nuts. Yep. Nuts. And like I said, we can shake our heads now and go, well, okay. It happened. Okay, it could be. Nuts. Yeah. Nuts. Complete nuts. Bumble founder. I don't even know what Bumble is, but can you tell me what Bumble is? Is it a dating service?
Yeah, Bumble, I think, is a dating service. I think.
Bumble founder says a future of dating is your AI will date other people's AIs and hook up with them with the best matches.
Okay, hold on. So on these really good dating, this makes sense to me. It's weird, but it makes sense. So on these big dating sites that actually work, I can't think of one of the biggest ones right now, but the reason I think why a lot of them work is because they have this big, long questionnaire. And then they do compute answers, and then they bring the ones with the most kind of in common together, right, by their questionnaires only. And then that's how they start sending you matches. And then from there, you have to talk to somebody. I mean, obviously, if you're attracted to them, there's a lot of other different things. But in the beginning, it's bringing you together because of things that you have in common. So with AI, if you put all your information in, and what I've learned from AI, all of it works. And then somebody else does, and then they start pairing up people that have
provided the stuff is true.
Yes, that's true.
Provided the stuff is true. And,
That's true. Yeah,
the
you're right.
future of dating may not be by people talking to people anymore. According to Bumble founder Whitney Wolf Hurd, AL could soon date other AIs on your behalf, scanning thousands of profiles, filtering conversations, selecting your best matches. Wait, what? Oh, what once sounded like Black Mirror episode is starting to feel real. The question is, are we using technology to build deeper human connection or slowly replacing human connection altogether?
Mm. Oh, that's the scary part. Yeah, it is taking away human connection at some point of the meeting process. Hmm.
The meeting process,
Scary.
again, it's the face to face is the only way that's going to work, folks. And tell the
Yeah.
truth if you're
Yeah.
putting on these things, because tell the truth.
Hmm.
No matter how bad it
Yeah.
might be, at least you're
Yep.
not lying to them. Because look, worst thing, I think we talked about this before. Worst thing is you're getting along great. 2 months go by, everything is great, and all of a sudden something comes. Oh, by the way, uh,
Yeah.
nobody wants to hear
I
that.
have
By the
I have
way,
a penis
or like Columbo.
and it's a girl. Like, I mean, that's
Yeah,
something you don't want
there
to
you,
hear 2 or 3
or
months
yeah, or like Columbo would say, showing my age. Excuse me, one more thing. I
later.
forgot. So
Yeah.
be honest, be
Right.
truthful. Jack Vayner
Mhm.
Landscaping, check them out for all your landscaping needs. They've been servicing the North Shore for over 50 years. Tommy, 847-432-5266. Guys, we're coming to the end of the hour. Yes, we're past the end of the hour. Tonight, Zio Social in downtown Chicago. Well, no, it's in Northwest Highway. Great place. 160, 140 reservations we heard as of yesterday. Valet parking, free valet parking. So it's going to be a lot of fun. 6:30 to 9:30, me and Jumpin' Jerry Jams. I'm excited about that. All right. Birthdays, of course, my grandson Callan yesterday turned 2 years old, and we have him today, so he's having a great time. Paul Collins, one of my favorite from the power pop band, The Beat, celebrating a birthday. Ellen Alda would have been 95 years old. Richie Valens, celebrating a birthday.
Mm.
Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, isn't he Facebook?
It's Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah.
He owns
Mhm.
He's 61 years old today. Rob Gronkowski of the New England Patriots, 36 years old. Kate Blanchett, 56 years old. George Lucas, the guy who, the director of Star Wars, 87 years old. Sofia Coppola, 54 years old. Tim Roth, great actor, Reservoir Dogs, 64. Danny Houston, another great actor, 63 years old. Let's see, Ray Lewis formerly of the NFL Ravens, football Ravens, is 50. Emmitt Smith, former member of the Dallas Cowboys, is 50. Chaz Parmentari, 73 years old today. Tony Toto, this is to your lovely wife's oldest daughter, right, Elisa, celebrating a birthday. And Carlo out there, happy 91st birthday to your uncle, Leo, 91 years old. All right. That's it, folks. It's time. Again, we want to thank our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Look for that best deal in town. JRC Hardware's best red hot buys are here now through the end of the month. Pick a 0G50 foot garden hose for just $36.99. And Spectracide, Trexicide Lawn Insect Killer is only $7.99 with your Ace Rewards card. No need to clear some weeds. Roundup Concentrate is just $22.99. They even give you a free flag giveaway on Saturday, May 23rd to honor veterans. High quality gear, helpful service, and great prices. That's JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another, folks. And if you're offended with anything on this show, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. And we're not right either. But thank God, Carol, that we can still speak our mind.
Yep.
There always is consequences in certain things, but at least we can still do it in this country. Please be kind to one another. And remember, just because you see people smiling and stuff like that, nobody knows what everybody's going through. And a happy little text or a phone call goes a really long way. So try to do that. Have some fun. Ringo says peace and love and goodbye, everybody. Have a great afternoon, Carol. Bye-bye, everybody. Guys, Nick Sahajas, take us out, piano man. We gotta go. Let's hope it.
Okay.
Yeah. See you later. Bye-bye, Nick.
It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony.
Ain't gonna close. Thought for sure we.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony.
Live and what it is. God bless you guys. God bless America. And thank you for watching the show. Spread it. Let everybody know about Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Peace and love, everybody. And God bless you all. No show tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. Same time, same station. Have a great weekend. Peace and love.